morning. I swear a lot.
Hello friends and welcome back to Esoteric Ebb. So when last we left off, the quest for lodgings was successful, but then I got eaten by an esoteric door and I kind of rested but also didn't, and I didn't get all my spell slots back, and it's now day 2. Such is my life. Can't honestly say I'm surprised. Just how things go. I guess we better go find Snell. He's nearby, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. Oh, that reminds me. I'm turning off the music because I keep getting copyright bugged for it on YouTube, and you know, well within their rights to do that, certainly, but the thing is, the music isn't even that good or that present. The music is literally suitable, so I'm gonna edit in my own because it makes a lot more sense. But for any Esoteric Ebb OST stands out there, I do apologize, but I need money for food, so I kind of need my videos to not get marked and tagged every single time they go up. Snell, wake up, I slept inside a door. Hey buddy, how's it going? Morning, Cleric. The goblin rubs his eyes. You ready to head out? Yeah, more or less. The goblin collects his things, strapping a pouch on his hip and adjusting his jacket. As he finishes up, he says, by the way, yesterday with Darrow. Huh? Who? Oh, the Coin Lord. Yeah, I didn't even remember. He's a small fry compared to me. Thanks. Doesn't make much of a difference to people like him, but seeing you stand up to Darrow like that? Priceless. Everything is warm. I only did what was right, you know. What an honorable cleric we've picked up. Oh boy. Finally, Snell puts a pouch inside his inner jacket pocket. Oh, crowns. Seems like a fair amount. Alright, I'm ready. Snell's joined your party. Let's do this. We need to go see fuckhead. Viskin, that's it. We need to go see Viskin. Snake Viskin. I think we can figure him out. I think we're right on the cusp of being able to do so. Also, something else that occurred to me is that when we do inevitably attempt to break into the tea shop, surely the hammer I got off the Asgalian dwarf, which says in its description, might be helpful with construction-related things. Deconstruction literally can't be spelt without construction. I don't think I'm literally thinking of the right word, though. Hang on. Advantage in situations where you might need a hammer. What does a hammer do if not deconstruct? Surely it will help. Also, we need to go try and steal things from Duck again, because his shit is actually so good that I'm willing to take the damage. Hello, Kitty. You're still here. Black Cat. Hold on, Snell. We may have found a witness. On the ledge overlooking the garden, you spot a black cat. Calm as can be, it doesn't even care that you stomp up right next to it. Excuse me, my dexterity is very high and I move with grace and elegance. Behold the cat, a legendary trickster of Norvik. Hello, I am from the local government. The cat lifts its head up, its dark eyes squint at you for a second, sniffs in the air, and then ignores you again. It knows more than it lets on. Wisdom comes from knowing when to act and when to not. The cat does not care for you in the slightest. Pet it or something? I don't know. If you wish to hold a proper conversation with this magnificent creature, you'll need to find the first level spell, Speak with Animals, and when you know it, we do have that spell. Pet the cat. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. Yes. Oh, I have to use an incense. Oh, but it's nice that it lets you use an incense from here. That's actually very cool. Yes, I will do this. You place your palm in front of your face and whisper, everything is words. As you do, the subtle movements of the cat appear as not so subtle anymore. Then it snaps and your mind appears to translate it all into a form you understand. Hello, cat. Sir Tribune, I did not realize we were conversing with a lord or a knight. You hear a loud scoff coming out of the tiny creature. Been a long time since one of you brutes learned to speak. It's hard, you know, we got like 50 different languages. And you gotta pick one, and if you picked one that's hard, then tough shit. And the real trick is that they're all actually kind of hard in their own way, because they all have their little foibles and quirks. Oh, jeez. Do not call me cat. An idiotic way to greet someone. I am Sir Tribune of the Stones in the Waters, and you shall address me as such. Of course, Sir Tribune. The cat speaks in a jaded, regal tone. It's adorable. He's full of himself, as he should be, honestly. The goblin looks at the cat and then back to you. Neat. You go ahead and interrogate this cat. I'll be here when you're done. I'll be frank, humano. Never cared too much for your kind. Oh no, it's a racist cat. Humano. An attempt at cat speech. How glib. You're adorable. He lets out a hiss. Typical. Learns to speak after years of muttering nonsense, and the first thing he says is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Really are a brute. Well, what do you want? Not sharing prey with you, if that's what you're expecting. Ooh. Could feed his ego to get actual answers. Snell, you want to ask Citribbin something? Oh, that's his name? Sweet. Ask him what he thinks about goblins. What do you think of the goblins? What do you want about? That translates into, excuse me, what do you mean by that in cat speech? The green guys, points now. Ah, you mean the munchkins? I suppose. They are annoying, but not worse than your kind. Alright, thanks. He called you a munchkin. Munchkin? That hit a sore spot. He scoffs. The fuck did I do? The cat does a big stretch. Okay, so munchkin is clearly a fucking slur. Good to know. Which is ironic because munchkin cats are totally a thing. Okay, let's hang on. Thank you for. Oh no, if I break the spell, then I'd have to cast it again. Oh, we're gonna have to try for this. Nope. Close though. Just say something nice about his whiskers. That should work. I like your whiskers, cat. He hisses. Shit, right, he doesn't like being called that. Oh, sorry, can I try again? The cat scoffs the way a 40-year-old fisherman scoffs at an ambitious teenager. No, go away. Shit. I could try again if I spent a rock. What's it like being a cat? The cat hisses. He really doesn't like that word. Sorry, what's it like being a feline? I'm a shadow. I move unseen. I hunt. I stalk. You would not understand, brute. For you are so clearly below the default, you can never truly comprehend what it's like. Sick. You're not so far away from getting it, though. We are very dexterous. What do you know about the tea shop? Tea? Ah, you mean to say leaves that smell. Yes, that building did have a lot of that before it fell to ruin. And I mean before it was scorched. Before? Yes, when the bird took over. I hope that foul was lost in the flames. But then again, what I would not have given to hunt it myself. Alas, I would have needed a dozen hunters to bring it down. Biggest bird I ever saw. The cat speaks to the owner of the tea shop. Interesting. And also that the tea shop appeared to be on hard times before it blew up, which means it could be an insurance scam. See anything suspicious lately? You? Well, yeah, ouch. He's right, though. I am pretty suspicious. You live out here? Of course not, don't be daft. I live in a wandering chicken under the earth as any respectable creature would. Of course. Yeah, a wandering chicken. Yeah. Me too. I left mine at home, though. The cat is insane. Can you repeat that? No. Makes an annoying sound. Now, Vite. Can I come visit you in your chicken house? I suppose I cannot stop you. Though my homestay servant is quite the eccentric woman. So do with that the knowledge as you wish. A cat lady? Being eccentric? You've never heard of such a thing. No, that's bullshit. All cat people are good. Yeah. Were you voting in the election? He seemingly ignores your question for 10 or so seconds, then he says, no. A good idea. I do not deal with whatever that is. It is beneath me. Thank you for your time. Break the spell. I would love to try more, but I can't really afford to waste spell slots on him when I don't have any. How much incense do I have? That's actually a good thing to keep track of. 8. Alright, so we're not doing too bad on that front. Hey buddy, what happened to your crossbow? What a loser. He's a loser. Loser. I can totally figure you out. I've got +6 on my wisdom rolls. You terrible thing. Literally. Absolutely not. We figure this out now or never. And by never, I mean now. That was literally the same roll. How the fuck do you figure that? No. Better. Fucking hell. You stand there, mulling over all you know of this strange pale mortician when your attention is drawn to the air. The air around you. It's damp and dry. Cold. Piercing through your chainmail, leaving you with an uncomfortable feeling. A feeling that appears locked within this place, this tower. You close your eyes, focusing intensely on all that feeling around you. It is not natural. Lich, 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 lich. It's very much esoteric. A negative energy flow permeates this place to its core. All of it focused around a single point. That guy. The pale man. Oh, hey, there's a moth. Do you mind, lad? I'm trying to record. By the gods, he's covered in negative energy. Even worse, it emanates from him. This is no human. What you're looking at here is but the thin disguise of a creature most foul and most powerful. No mere spellcaster, no mere arcanist, no mere wizard. Viskin is a lich, yeah. Duh. Duh. Why did I have to spend 2 stones of Jor for this? Duh. Like an actual lich? The eat your soul and play with your bones type lich? Yes, you're afraid so. Well, what do I do with this information? You have a choice. Either try to deal with this directly or contact relevant authorities. You could also just walk away. No worse for wear. The Chouse Blues updated. You should investigate this further. But what if? I don't mean to interrupt, Cleric, but you've been standing here in silence for almost 5 minutes now. Is there anything else you wanted? Thank you, bye. I want to talk to him about it. I want to be like, hey, what's the fucking deal, lich boy? Why are you out here being undead and shit? I obviously am too. Probably your fault. Why can't I talk to him about the fact that he's a lich? I know he's a lich, I can't do anything with it. What about Ost? Do you know that he's a lich? I have questions. Do you know who this is? Point at Snell. Kobold sneers. Goblin. Yeah, sure, good enough. I'm Goblin. That's your name. I'm who, man? Yeah, I think so. What do you got? You got Crypt Key, Caretaker. Do it. Oh! Literally stole his axe. Maybe. You have nimble fingers, you grip the heavy axe with the perfect angle and perfect timing. You don't even need to wrestle it from his grip or anything. He doesn't even notice you taking it. A miraculous feat. You start to feel dizzy. What? You watch a purple glow spread from the axe shaft into your hands. It burns! Took that alright. A crackling voice fills your skull. It speaks to you horrible things in a tongue you do not understand. But you know it is mocking you. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna scrim. The body falters. Nah, we live. But life remains. Out of the inky darkness you see an iron hand. It snatches the axe away from you. Really? I made that fucking massive dex check, and you're not even gonna let me keep it? Caretaker does not serve you, soldier. It never will. His voice, he is not angry? No, he simply wishes no more innocents to fall under his shadow. Somewhere deep down, groan loudly and mutter incoherent noises and leave. No, that wasn't worth it, was it? I successfully stole Caretaker. I actually got it. I actually did. But the game was like, nah, no overpowered axe for you. Bullshit. Are you telling me I did not get my hit dice back either? Seriously? Do I actually not have my rests? Oh my god. That stupid esoteric event really fucked me over. Goblin was here. A grand wood carving of Earth, father of Norvik. Yeah, but there's a carving. There's another carving. However, you also notice a message carved into the base of the art piece. This was not the artist's intention. It says, Goblin was here. Seems like Goblin's at work again. Goblin was here? Vandalization. This happened because you are a weak man with a small member. Fuck, dude. But I have the biggest heart, right? And the entire world will continue to degrade over the centuries because of it, and it's okay, it's just the way things are. Famous artist, that guy. I'd never seen him, but you've definitely seen his work. A bit rude to just carve his name into the statue like that, but he's known to be a bit of a dick swinger. I don't have a small member. It's always small compared to those large. The competition never ends. The dick measuring contest? Yes. You should view this more as a metaphor. That's probably healthier. Why am I thinking about this? You're a man. You can't just not think about it. The phallic nature of the statue must invoke it. This train of thought is dumb. Suits you, but dumb. If you truly worry so much, there are potions and spells for this. An esoteric man need not worry about physical matters. Anyway, you were focusing on this goblin fellow. It's not a big deal, it don't matter. Really? Continues his, yeah, it's fine. He squints and nods slowly. Sure. You've seen his mark around the city many times, but no one even knows if he's real. Might be a dozen little guys running around with paint and carving tools, who knows? I should try to remove that message. Is this really your duty? Easy job. You'd have to take that carving knife by the candles and... Does this really have to be a sleight of hand thing? Can't I use the power of my faith or something? No, I can do it. +6 on dex. Oh, a natural. You start working. Picking up the tiny carving knife, the same that was used to scratch the wood, you can clean this up real quick. Spend 10 minutes working on it. With dexterous fingers, you precisely carve a layer off the statue. Within a few minutes, the message is entirely gone. Hanging on to a dead god, it's sad. I'm cleaning up this town as an employee of the government. Fine craftsmanship is what it is. You could have been a wood carver in another life. If it was in any way a lucrative career, that is. She always spoke lowly of artistic endeavors. One of many things you did not agree with when it comes to your mother. Goddamn, it really is a fucking Disco Elysium clone. Looks much better now. You've done almost nothing, but it is something. Hells yeah, you sure did great. Only problem? You did it for free, like some welfare janitor. Next time, give a quote. True advice, true facts. What do you think about the statue of my god, Snell? Real human culture here. Yeah, good job. Expect you to crack the thing in half. But you didn't. All right, my work is done. This has been a rough day already. We only just got here. Rough day. I'm gonna prayer of healing myself because I can't apparently spend second level spell slots on first level spells. So let's do it. There we go. I'm alive. You don't need health, Snell. You're not the one who got eaten by a door and then almost eaten by the horrible spirit living within an axe. A lot of things trying to consume me. Alright, I'm gonna go smash a door in broad daylight at 10 o'clock in the morning, give or take. No one look. If I see you looking, I'll get my goblin friend to beat you up. I will do it. Can I steal that helmet? There are so many things here to steal. Oh my god. Okay, bare minimum, I want the Dark Souls hat. I want the Dark Souls hat. Very important to me. Very, very important, yes. It's very important that I get the Dark Souls helmet. There we go. Thank you. That buffs strength as well, doesn't it? Oh, yes. Pop that on. And then, hopefully, our hammer will give us an advantage in breaking down the door, and we have as much strength as we're reasonably going to get. Approach the tea shop door once more. Right, tea shops. What's the plan, Cleric? We're going to break it down. It's all greased up, and I've got a hammer. Oh, fucking yeah. This is still going to be really hard. But maybe, multiple attempts will make it easier. Oh, yes! Rolling hot today with incredible strength. You begin ripping the planks off the masonry. The hammer helps. The blue energy fights your grip, and intense force keeps them in place. This weak magic stands no chance against my strength. Push even further beyond to Super Cleric 3. You pull and pull. You pull and pull, pressing your feet against the rough wood surface. Your gloved hands putting an immense pressure on the esoteric seal. Push yourself to the limit. Ow! A snap like a small bolt of lightning shoots from the base of the planks. The energy field around your gloves evaporates, stinging your flesh. The magic is broken. Now rip the wood apart. Rip the planks. Yes, and I healed because I'm a free spirit. One after another, the planks fall to the ground, defeated, humiliated, dead like doornails, etc. The door is open. Gods be damned. Snell gives you an actual applause. You just cracked apart a spell with your bare hands. Easy. Shake off the wood grain from your gloves. Right, easy. I'm officially impressed, well done. You stand there, breathless, having performed an amazing feat of strength. Beyond lies the ruined tea shop. You can smell it already. It's like you're looking into a burnt-out fireplace. The ash and cinder is all that remains. The goblin gives you a serious look. It's time, Cleric. You get ready to step inside. Your body begins shivering. Keep your guard up. Get ready to run. Death. This is death. Stop muttering about death. It's making you really nervous. The tea shop awaits. Must be prepared. Wisdom is tied to perception, I believe, in most things. I want to keep the armor on because it looks really cool. Because it's the Elite Knight set from fucking Dark Souls. Now that's a stat spread. That is a stat spread that exists. Yep. In we go. Tea shop. The tea shop that blew up. Snell, we need to look at everything. Only the stone base remains. Everything must be stared at. You step in behind the counter. There are compartments filled with ruined tin boxes. In the back, there's a complicated set of tubes and pipes combining into some kind of tea-making machine. A brewer. Not often you get to see those these days, and this is one less occasion because it's fucking gone. For such a fine and expensive piece of machinery to break. A shame. I'll have a sweet with cream, please, Snell says nasally. He leans over the counter. I'll make that half cream, actually. My tummy's sensitive today. He's making fun of humans and their love of milk. Not the best joke, but he'll like you more if you play along. Answer in a snobby tone. We only serve hill-sourced oat milk, sir. The goblin looks at you and then looks at the counter. Then looks at you again. That's called a double take. Good job. Look at his face. Pure shock. Good one, Cleric. Thank you. He waves his claw. Check the counter. For a short instant, he actually thought you were funny. Damn. Easy come, easy go. Let's look at the surface, yes? There's a slab of wood covering the stone base of the countertop. More like charcoal at this point. Well, look at the machine. Pipes and levers melted, glass shattered. This was once a fine work of engineering. How about the pipes? Copper pipes, expensive, once shiny, now charred and bent. And crafted. You can see the markings of a rounded hammer across it. A lot of care went into this machine. This is where you put the tea leaves. As you lean in, you don't see much beyond some burnt muck through the cracks. But you do smell something. It smells awful. An intense scent. Why does it smell like that? It contains something foul. You do not know what. You must go closer. Know the scent. Do I have to? You really do not, but I'm gonna. Lean in closer. Come on, don't. Inhale the horrible smell. You smell the disgusting burnt muck through the gaps of your helm. It smells like disgusting burnt muck. Bad. This is not good. You know this is bad. I took 4 HP damage. What smells foul makes your nose stronger. That's not true. Holy hell, stop shoving your face into whatever this shit is. Move back. Your knees shake, but you stand. Take care of yourself, Bear. As you turn around, you find the goblin glaring at you with a worried expression. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Well, it's too late now, isn't it? Because you said it, so you can't pretend you didn't see it, because you told me you did. Idiot, check the output valve. There's a metal valve at the end. It's shut. It's only shut when it's brewing. That means it was working during the explosion. Open the valve. You try to turn the valve, but it bends at an odd angle. Wait, that's not how the valve is supposed to feel. It's stuck? Be careful. Only with finesse can you tame a machine like this. Because you're such an expert at that. You carefully put pressure on the valve as you turn the little lever. Suddenly you hear a snap. A tiny piece of copper comes flying towards you, hitting your helmet with a dink. You take 19 HP damage. You totally let it do that. Oh, there's more. Shit, step back. The valve bursts open, releasing an oozing pile of tea ash and gods only know what else onto the floor. Gods be damned, Snell mutters and holds his nose. Ah, it's that gunk. The scent is particularly awful. Avoid. Avoid. Try to survive DC -4 because you've already smelled the shit. I rolled exactly as much as I needed to and then got +1. Foulness. But nothing you cannot stand. You smell the fetid, melted ooze. This is disgusting. The goblin is dry heaving next to you. It's not so bad, Snell. Don't be dramatic. Alas, you persevere. Yeah. Great job, man. Now stop smelling weird shit. You're not enjoying it. The floor behind the counter is now covered in a layer of ashy mulch. What did I gain from this? A loud ding comes out of the machine as the last dribble of ooze exits the canister. It's still operational? What the hell? Operational? More like leaking innards. A death knell. You hear that, Snell? A death knell. After the bell, a box opens up at the top of the machine. Inside you see dry tea leaves. Ooh. It's the steam leaves. They're supposed to add extra flavor. And that scent, they are ukul leaves from Kargamesh. These are words that mean things to me. Wait, this thing was ready to go. Does that mean it was being used during the explosion? Possibly. Truly a possibility. Alright, well, that means those tea leaves are evidence. The goblin is correct for once. Fuck, why is intelligence so racist? Evidence, huh? Snell stares at you. Yeah. Pick up the leaves, Cleric. Oh, right, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Grab the leaves. You carefully place the dry leaves in your pouch. Goblin gives you a nod. Now, can we please not hang around this goop? What about the charred boxes? Boxes full of tea leaves. Well, they're supposed to be. The heat from the explosion has melted both the tin and its contents. It's just ash now. Damn, I was hoping at least one of these would be intact. Selling tea is a legit side hustle. The margins are bonkers, especially when you don't have to pay for the product. Alright, that's enough for the counter. We sure got a lot out of that, in many ways. The tea leaves from the tea shop machine was the last thing brewed before the explosion. Smells awful. -3 charisma. It reeks. Sure fucking does. What's this? On the floor. Snell, come look at this. On the floor beneath the shelf, you find a pile of broken porcelain. Damn, it's like a clump, he says and coughs a little. I'll pick one up. Grabbing the edge of the cup reveals how stuck it is. You can't move it an inch. They've been deformed by the fire. Can't I just pull harder? It would only break. No use. I'll stop looking at the cups then. Shucks. Seating area. Surely there are explosives over here. Along the wall, you find a row of booths. Any textiles are obviously ruined, but the wood itself stands. Interesting. Your companion squats down and checks under the tables. Yeah, it's fucked down here too. Insightful. Happy to help. The goblin glances to the other booths. I'll look around, I guess. The militia hosed the whole place down, Snell says while lifting a coal-like wood piece. Especially here in the front, it's all sludge. Gonna be hard finding any signs of anything. Bad guys always leave big signs. We'll find something. Wouldn't that be neat, he says and drops the piece. Yell if you find something. You focus on this particular booth, or what used to be one. The textiles once draped over the seating have been turned to ash and charred along with the expensive wood. The stone tables remain standing for now, scorched like the dwarven architecture. Yeah, no, I'm not finding anything here. I'll check the other booth. He lifts his head and sniffs. Keep looking for now, but let's not waste too much time here. I've literally got all day. Damn, look at my fucking wisdom. I have archival knowledge. I don't know what that means. And Snell's helping. I would have to nat 1 in order to fail this. Fucking, I still managed to get a 2, which then turned into an 8. Lifting some of the wreckage, you spend 10 minutes searching around the crevice behind the booth, until something catches your eye. Something not burnt. You reach out and grab it. Melted Illim brooch. Well, melted is just another word for burnt, isn't it? It's a tiny metal leaf. It fits in the palm of your gloved hand. As you wipe off the soot, you find it in a strange condition. Its intricate design shows both value and style, but you feel a tingle down your arm. Esoterical. The tiny leaf fits in the palm of your gloved hand. A magic item? The brooch is half melted. That's a clue, probably. If this is magic, then it should not be easily destroyed. This is a brooch designed by Illim hands. Their religious leaders and nobility carry these. You glance over to your companion. He hasn't spotted it yet. Hey! He jumps and then gives you an angry glare. That's so loud! The goblin scoots on over to you and looks at the tiny pin in your hand. Strange. Interesting. It kind of survived the fire? Bring it with. Show it to the old lady. Sure. He looks around. Let's focus on somewhere else in here. Keep looking at the table. Glancing over the scorched wood, you find it's simply burned like everything else, barely existing. But it is wood. Intact wood, relatively speaking. The malicious attempts to stop the fire splashed everything with water as well, so all the soot is just a sludge. It's still quite strong, wedged along this stone bench. Apparently this is a risky maneuver, but I'm going to put pressure on the broken piece. Oh, you lean on it, you strain, it takes some effort, but soon you can hear the wood fibers twitching. Ah. It snaps. You hold the piece of wood in your hands. Your companion gives you a confounded look. What, it wasn't ruined enough for you? Just a souvenir. Great, tea shop debris. Looking at the piece of wood, it's been infused with fiery energies. Interesting. That was a thing I found. Say that, Snell. It just says -1 wisdom. Why do all the things I find be shit? Ooh, melted Illim brooch. A symbol of Illim carried only by those affiliated with their goddess. There's a minor magical aura around it, yet it is also half melted. Magic items do not so easily break. Interesting. +2 charisma, -1 wisdom, and advantage against elves. We've met 2 elves. That's something. Well, very good, very good. But there is more tea shop to discover. Like this. Fire pit. Whatever content once filled this chamber has been pushed up against the cracked walls. The dwarven masonry is damaged in various locations, and every single thing in the chamber is burnt. This is the center, but where exactly did the explosion originate from? Stony tiles, scorch marks, and general aesthetic makes this look like a dragon's lair. Beware, beware. Ooh, we could localize the origin point. What does archival knowledge mean? Where is that coming from? I should leave the rubble alone. Can I make my intelligence better? Currently at 11. +1. Oh, I'd have to get rid of my armor, but I love this thing. Oh. Is the archival knowledge stemming from me studying the papers in the tower in my house? If so, that's pretty fucking handy. Let's swap back to this helmet for a moment so that we can successfully interact with this and look at it. First, localize the origin point. Yes! Rolling hot today! You look around and find the damage confusing. While centered in the chamber, the damage appears uneven, as if the force of the explosion was struggling with itself. With that thought, you receive a vision. Replaying the event in your mind, an explosion. Oh, like a real detective. In the chamber. Conflagration spreading. It just doesn't work. However, you experiment in your head with the idea of multiple explosions. Suddenly it clicks. The floor, it has several marks. You start counting. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough. Looking around the chamber, you see several points from which the fire clearly spread. The explosion is... no. Explosions! Which implies that it wasn't Fireball, because Fireball was one explosion. Unless there was a series of explosions spread around. I think this was an insurance fraud scam. Straight up, I think the bird was trying to torch his own place and get the money for it and then skip town. He placed a bunch of explosives or flammable substances and then detonated them. Explosions, multiple. Your companion lifts his head from whatever scraps he was looking over. What did you say? You keep counting. 4, 5, 6. Even that is not enough. Fires, the immense force. 7, 8. You point at the last spot on the floor you can see, near the west wall where you're standing. 9. 9? 9 of them. The goblin's gaze dances across the chamber. You see his face contort as it dawns on him. More than one? He mutters. You're about to blow his little mind, aren't you? Hold up 7 fingers. 9 separate explosions simultaneously. He stares at your fingers. He won't mention it, he's too kind. We're having a cool guy moment and Snell sure as shit isn't gonna ruin it. What a good lad. He looks around the chamber concerned. Walk me through it. How do 9 explosions go off at the same time? You got a cabal of sorcerers? A coven? What? Careful now, do you really want to share this info with him? Yeah. Tell him. Necklace of fireballs. Necklace of... he says and pauses. You can see his mind working behind his sharp eyes. Huh. Do you think it's possible? Like the assassination of Priestess Alona? Something like that. He nods and looks around at the destruction, the mass-produced shit they used in the Coast War. It wouldn't even get close to this level of force. You're telling me someone tossed 9 beads of fireball, essentially a fully charged and practically invaluable magic item, into a damn tea shop? Is that or a group of very quick hags? The goblin smirks. You've put the image of 9 old ladies scurrying out of a burning tea shop into his mind. Speedy hags, how horrific. You thought Auntie Ethel was bad, what if she casted haste? He rubs his eyes. Well, shit. Another thing to report, old lady's not gonna believe it. Leave the rubble alone. Big success. We're not even done here though. We got more things to check. The only not disintegrated thing in the central chamber is this stone slab. It's just very, very cooked. A table. It was once a stone table. Now it is as scorched as the rest of the tea shop. Maybe leave it alone. Your arms cannot carry that burden. Ah, yes, a table. It must have been flipped over by the force of the explosion. Leave this for last if you're able. So whisper the strings in your ears. Oh. Oh, you want to flip the table? It's damn heavy, but maybe we can do it together. Later. The strings say to leave it for last. So I'm gonna. Trifle? 3 shards of jour? Fucking sweet. Once there were shelves here filled with magazines. You've seen this type of construction before in other tea shops. Images of loud dwarves arguing over articles flash in your mind. You like reading, Snell? Sure, but not this garbage. What do you mean? He shakes his head. Copper signs, just a bunch of lies and tall tales. Might be fun if you want to raise your blood pressure. I agree, I hate journalism. That's not... I mean, there's good newspapers, it's just... Are there really? Sure, but I get your point. Look at the lumps of charcoal. Littered across the stone alcove, you see chunks of, well, charcoal. This used to be wood. These stone shelves used to have a wood front. Is there really nothing readable left? Why would there be? Paper burns quite easily. But what if... Your eyes sweep over the ashy remains. I should look at something else. The esoteric pocket watch is fucking with me. Don't even have to try. Nice and easy. Considering how low the DC was, either this is something that you really have to have, or something better would have happened if I'd failed. Who can say? Among the mess, you notice something solid. Moving away a small pile of burnt magazines, you discover a paper completely unharmed by the flames. It's a bit dirty, but a quick shake reveals the title. The Undercommon. For fuck's sake. This paper is cursed, I tell you. We spent a fortnight fishing these bad boys out of the sewers last year. What kind of asshole thought a magically indestructible newspaper was a good idea? It's a magically indestructible newspaper. It can't even be burnt? Nope, not even magic flame. The magical elven brooch was damaged, but not this? Immunity to fire damage sure is something, huh? What that means is that if you cover yourself head to toe in this newspaper, you can finally give Karlak a hug. Is it any good? Glance at the magazine. Design? Nah, shit. Put it away, look at somewhere else. Bent iron door laid in the passage. The iron door has fallen off its hinges. Look at the corners. They're bent. I will start by looking at the corners, because they're bent. An incredibly high temperature must have been involved to cause this door to bend like this. I mean, yeah, fire that can warp metal is typically quite high temperature. Obviously, it depends on the metal, but by and large, it would typically need to be quite hot. And it is bent outwards, so clearly the origin point of the explosion was in the back. Hot enough to melt iron. Look at the hinges. The hinges are connected to the wall via thick iron nails. Typical dwarven design, they use a metal known as hardstone on doors like this. Looks like they've been ripped right out of the stone. No, wait. No, the iron's been bent as well. Interesting, then this was a combination of force and heat. An esoteric effect? Just a spell? Damn, I know everything about this now. I would have to nat one. I'm fine. To melt iron like this, it would require incredible heat, especially for hardstone. You remember from your studies the art of the fireball spell. An awesome power is often used to horrific efficiency in the Coast War to eliminate entire legions. But to reach degrees hot enough to soften this iron? It would have to be of 7th level or higher. More realistically, considering how the flames have forcefully escaped from the back rooms by bending the door this way, 8th or 9th level. Which is far beyond anything we can currently imagine, I think. Okay. We should ask Viskin about this shit. He's a fucking level 17 lich. He probably has a high-level spell up his sleeve. I don't think he did this, but he would be a good consultant, I think, because he would have strong esoteric knowledge. What is this? 27 crowns, I am rich. Oh, goodness. What's in here? Frame without painting. A frame for a painting. The actual picture was obviously burnt away in the blast. It is iron. It remains. What sort of painting do you think it was, Snell? Drummer does strike me as the type of guy to hang a giant picture of himself. What do you think? I bet it was a painting of a door. What? A door? Like to trick people. Trick people? They walk into the wall, they'd go, "Hey, I can't grab the handle." The goblin glares at you. It'd be funny. Sure, funny. Maybe we should keep looking for actual clues. Are you saying this burn painting is not a clue? Fuck it, sure, it's a clue. He lets out a big sigh. Why not? It's now a clue. Sad to see it ruined like this. Yes, it is a tragedy. All art is sacred. You have no way of knowing if it was even beautiful. It could have been some horrific abomination of a painting. There is beauty in all art. Drivel. Such anti-canonical thought is exactly why art has lost its meaning. It was most likely just an LR. Who pays for actual art these days? LR. Common shortening of light reflection, referring to the image capturing method of using the mirror cantrip and light cantrip simultaneously in order to brand a surface with a perfect visual representation of whatever the mirror is reflecting. It's a popular and cheap alternative for paintings. Oh. Basically a mirror spell. Suckers, that's who. Look closer at the frame. Iron, melted to hell, but still somewhat intact. Not as affected by the fire as some pipes you saw in the central tea shop chamber. Okay, anything else? Frame holds nothing else. No signs beyond that left by the flames. I don't like paintings. Yeah, not your thing. I guess I've decided I don't like paintings. I have developed a character trait, look at me. Man, creating characters is easier than I thought. You just say shit. And boom, you're a character now and you have a character trait. Here, watch this. I find the texture of pretzels to be ill-conducive to my enjoyment of said food. Bam, I just established a character. The most insufferable prick you could ever imagine. Oh, this provides intelligence, lowest constitution. And it goes there. Finally, we have some, actually, no, that also provides positive benefits, but still, something, more than nothing. All right, let's try and flip this table. I think we've done everything else. Come on, Snell, let's do this. You feel something eerie. I bet there's something under this fucking table. Maybe even a casualty. Let's do it. Bam. You grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly, strongly. Snell copies your movements. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip the table. Lead the target. I knew it! I knew there'd be a corpse! I knew it! Oh! You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Amidst soot and broken tiles, you see a corpse. It almost disappears into the destruction around it. An aura of sorrow. This is pure tragedy, beyond any imaginable degree. It's a... Snell stares at it. He is silent. Gods be good. Huh. Yeah, this is... a bit out of your pay grade. Lower your head in respect. You spend a moment next to Snell in silence, your thoughts landing on the disfigured remains. It haunts you. The corpse appears completely charred to you. Such destruction would make it very difficult to identify. The size is average, in human terms, somewhat slender. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. Goblin steels himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, Cleric? Your thoughts land on anatomy books, basic medicine training, nothing practical. Clear your throat. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. He is afraid the corpse will awaken. Not an unreasonable concern, Cleric. I can handle it. Good to hear. We should do a preliminary checkup just to scope out the scene. Then we'll get a transport to the Lich House, I guess. We should have Viscan examine it. Uh-huh. He is barely listening to you. I'll check the head. You, check the hands or something. He's keeping a healthy distance. The goblin is afraid. He does not want to touch the corpse. You feel bad for him. Nasty business this turned into. Well, time to go to work. Step up. You take a few careful steps up to it. You know, this is very different from the corpse you find in fucking Disco Elysium. And by not corpse you find, so much as the corpse you were fucking called out to investigate. But you know what I mean. That scene is simultaneously grim and hilarious. Kneel down. Seeing it up close causes you to shake. Start with the torso. A dark mass, once skin, now appears to be but a solid mass. It does not even smell. She was incinerated, fully, in an instant. The intense heat caused rapid muscle contraction, freezing the woman in place. She placed herself in this position, most likely to take cover from the explosion. Nothing but blackened, brittle carbon residue. However, you are quite certain this was a woman. The mortician will have to determine that. Whatever led her to this corner, it was quick. Oh, I get to be a proper, like, crime scene investigator, fucking, I declare this person dead at the scene, what have you. Woman, unknown age. She crawled up in this position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it? Good info. He leans in, slightly closer. Too far to see anything. The poor goblin. Focus on the hands. You see the left hand is half destroyed. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding something. A clue, of course. Looks like something brittle in the grip. Perhaps leave it for later. You'd have to have a real gentle touch not to break the content of that fist. Go for it. Ooh, maybe. Go on then. Yes, nat 20! If there's one thing I can do, it's take things. Slowly and deliberately, you sneak your fingers underneath the fingers, and something comes loose. A chain. A thin gold chain, or parts of it. Interesting. However, the second after you see it, you watch it begin to glow. An esoteric glow. Then it starts to break apart in front of your eyes. The gold chain, within seconds, turning into another pile of dust. The fuck? That was magic, right? Yes. The goblin grimaces. A defense mechanism. Nothing you can deal with now. Interesting, they had an esoteric necklace. Check out the head. Not much to see. Fire's burned off everything. No pain. This was an instant destruction of mind and soul. You can sense it by looking at this twisted husk of a person. It was a quick death. Gods be good. The thought of one moment being here and another being not causes your stomach to churn. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. Mouth is intact. Good. Why is that good exactly? So you can have someone to talk to, of course. Speak with dead. Ah, it requires an intact mouth on the corpse to successfully mimic speech. Even in this condition, the corpse should be a valid target. It's a shame I don't know that fucking spell. Oh well, can I charm a corpse? Probably not. Do I notice anything else? Good question. Looking for distinguishing features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. Ah, is this an elf? Is it that elf's friend? Ears? Ears? Look at the ears, Snell. He squints. Barely there. What about him? Is the shape off to you? Well, yeah, because of the fire. Unless you mean... He tilts his head. Oh. Oh. Wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, what remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. They're sharp, pointy. It's totally that elf lady's friend. Oh, pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with this body size and pointed ears. Not an orc, not a gnome, and not a human. The goblin takes a step back. No chance. Oh boy. Just the concept of such a rare creature being found in this second-rate tea shop. There is no doubt. Oh no. Your companion glares at the corpse. His head then slowly turns towards you. Oh no. Oh dear gods. It's a damn elf. Yeah. Spilled tea. Finish investigating the tea shop. Scent of Uckle, midst flame amiss. This is the death you fear, the dramatic end to your career. Oh. Did they know? No, they couldn't have. What an episode to me to choose to turn off the music. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped hallway of a mission. I'm in big trouble. You have only one choice now. Find out exactly why this happened. Who killed the elf? Who blew up the tea shop? There's that Lord Gorm. He's a right knobhead. You feel the answer must lie below. Far, far below. Hey, Duck is here. Hey, Duck, can I have that axe now? Your eyes follow the towering dark knight as he walks past, heading down the stairs. The body is secured. Good. The pale man answers behind his desk. Snell leans against the iron slab, his eyes fastened entirely upon the elvish corpse across the chamber. I think I expected a dwarf. Huh? A dwarf. A dwarf. The tea shop used to be a gathering place for the Asgals. My first thought was of infighting, or political assassination. But an elf? There's like 3 of them in the entire city. What should I say? Just share your feelings. Ask him about it, like how fucked you both are. How bad is this, Snell? The Illim are powerful, even in Norvik. If one of their own got offed, yeah, it could spell trouble for sure. Should be easy to identify an elf, right? You'd think that. I'm guessing it'll be impossible. The funny thing is, yeah, this is the option. I don't like Viskin. We shouldn't have brought the elf here. I actually trust Viskin entirely. I think Viskin is one of two types of people. He either has his own nefarious schemes, which actually has nothing to do with what we're dealing with right now, or he is a lich, and he's been a lich for a while, and he eventually, like, he probably went through the whole phase of being like, I'm going to become a powerful lich and summon the dead and destroy kingdoms, and at some point, either through the passage of time or something happened specifically, but eventually he became disillusioned and he was like, you know what? I just want to run an honest business and just keep to myself, do my thing. I would like a nice, quiet life. I think that's what he will be like. So what now? He takes a deep breath. The goblin does not look forward to reporting all of this. Gather any remaining clues in the tea shop, then we report to Lady Sageleaf. He snaps his fingers ASAP. You hear the pale man clear his throat across the circular chamber. Cleric, I am finished with my report. Give Viskin a hearty, brisk thumbs up. Ah, yeah, you obviously also want to do the thing. I'm gonna just stare at him. You know, the thing. He holds up a hand to his mouth and mimics talking. What thing? He groans. You know the thing you clerics do? With the corpses? What's it called? When you speak with the dead? You never had a chance to cast Speak with the Dead before coming here. The spell? Speak with Dead? Oh, it's just called that. Right, that's the one. Right, that is a thing I am somewhat capable of doing. He squints. Phrasing it like that doesn't evoke trust in your abilities, Cleric. You get 5 questions from that spell, right? With that, you should easily be able to figure out who, what, why, when, and so on. Perhaps Viskin can tell you something about that spell. I fucking hope so. I can't cast 3rd level spells yet, though. Oh, wait, but doesn't it take years to learn that shit? Give me an afternoon or two. Well, aren't you just absolutely horrifying? Don't you know it? Well, let's talk to Viskin. Hear his report. Yeah, sure, lead the way. All right, let's get going. Ah, jeez. Yep, that's an elf. What is this? A note next to these says magic items belonging to the deceased. What do we have? Braces of Thievery! Oh! Lowers the DC of trifling checks by your proficiency. Fucking... Oh! Fucking... I am literally... Ow, my elbow. The greatest rogue who ever existed. My 20 dexterity plus 7, and then an additional lowers the DC of trifling checks by your proficiency. I can steal anything at any time from anyone. I am unstoppable. I have too much power. Isn't this a new corpse? Your fate. Nah, it's the same old corpse. Viskin doesn't have anything left for me to steal, but fucking give me a minute. I'll find something to steal. I'll go see Doc again. And Lady Sageleaf. I'll steal from everyone. They won't be able to stop me. They'll be trying to cart me off to jail, but I've already stolen the officer's shoes. And his watch. They'll try and hang me at the gallows, but it won't work because I'll have already pickpocketed the rope. Executioner goes to swing his axe. He's like, hang on, where did it go? I'm not carrying it anymore. And I'm like there on the little thing where they rest, you know, where they put the prisoner on before they cut the head off. And I'm holding the axe in my teeth. Give it back. Give it back. Yes, he says with a smile before putting away some of his documents. Tell me about the dead elf. Yes, Cleric, there are a few points to go over. 6 points of interest to be precise. He hands you a piece of paper with the points on them. Tell me which points you wish to go over. The goblin groans. Don't give him choices, we'll be here forever. You should pick the last points first, then go random. Keep them on their toes. Start with the most important first. You need to know this. Folk identifier. It's an elf, right? Yes, your preliminary assumptions were very much correct. While even the teeth had been ruined, the fangs presented as clear evidence. This is an Ilum elf, one without horns or other bestial alteration. Point 5, Ilum identity. This elf is clearly of Ilum nature. Getting in contact with the embassy would be smart. Or foolish. I'd suggest speaking with Nicholas Darrow, or his Valkyrie. Yeah, that sounds like trouble. That embassy's on the other side of town. Plus, they're not exactly known to be too welcoming to inquiries, so I'm gonna fucking report it all to Sageleaf. Fuck it. Teaming up with the goblins. The cause of death? Fire. The easy answer is usually the correct one. She was incinerated instantaneously. The final shape of the body informs this judgment. I cannot determine if she sustained any minor damage before, but the way she ended up makes it clear she was moving until the fire erupted. That is all. Hands. Yes, they were quite broken when the corpse arrived here. I'm assuming she held onto something at the time of death. Did you take something out of her grasp, Cleric? Yeah, a gold chain. What about it? Interesting. I was just keeping it in mind as a clue. It was destroyed, sadly. Ah. Interesting, yet it held up until that point. He nods. More information, please, Fiskin. Mouth intact? It is. Which means you're able to cast Speak of Dead, Cleric. I need some help with that. He nods. I'll see what I can do. Next point. Point 3 just says sex. Yes, sex. Surprisingly difficult to determine in elven folk. Dwarven for the number 6. Never stops being funny. Sex. Survival mechanism of all mortal folk. Sex. A beautiful union between those who carry the burden of life upon their souls. Sex. Sex. Fun. Good stuff. The pale man is not your type. Ah, what an opportunity. You should make light of this. But this is point 3, not 6. Yes, Cleric, point 3. The goblin leans in and whispers, very funny. Perfect timing. After much consideration, I've established that this was, at the time of death, a female elf. Tragedy. Interesting. Would it be less of a tragedy if it was a male elf? You know what I mean. I do. Can we please just focus on the points here? The transfer? Yes, it went fine. The body was ruined, of course, but still intact enough thanks to the charring that gentle repose did what it should. I then had a subordinate carry the corpse wrapped in an im silk, a special fiber material. With minor damage, the transfer was completed. What about clerical compensation? No such point, Cleric. What else? He's quick. I see. We made that up because we are a scam artist. Very good. The pale man is learning how to handle you. I have what I need. Right, good. Now listen. Speak of Dead is a powerful spell. Does it do what it sounds like it does? More or less. It's only 5 questions, but those 5 can be very useful. Necromancers are rare in this city. Some specialized clerics are taught it, but few are powerful enough to know it innately at 3rd level. However, for lack of a better way to put this, I know a guy. Can I trust this guy's guy? Just look at him. Doesn't that face just scream trustworthy? Why wouldn't his guy also be someone you could trust? Can I get a spell scroll from the towers? As a low-ranking cleric, you can't get access to anything higher than 1st level. It truly and utterly sucks. Alright, well, tell me about this guy of yours. His name is Bondaval. He is, or was, an arcanist, a pupil of the Fortress of Verdun, if you believe the rumors. A cursed and evil place you've heard about in stories since you were a child. Surely this is a necromancer. Necromancer? Bondaval is an eccentric fellow. You may find him down in the crypts. Alright, go look for him. If you treat him well, he will surely share his knowledge with you. Once you're in the crypts, one of the western coffins has a handle that may be rotated. Do so, then pull. His private area will be revealed. Sounds esoteric. It is in fact an entirely mechanical endeavor. I did not install it myself. Once you've learned to speak with Dead, return and cast it on the corpse. He leans back and nods. That is all. Anything else you need, Cleric? Thank you, bye. Well, I don't have any spells because I didn't sleep. It's a problem. Sageleaf. We should report to Sageleaf. Also, I should try and steal things from her because I am so talented at stealing right now. So incredibly talented. So ridiculously talented. I'm gonna steal that rat. Oh. Not today. I don't feel like it. Maybe later. If I'm gonna try and steal from the big lady herself, whoops, no, not that. So we should make some preparations. More dexterity for the heck of it, more charisma to try and talk us out of the inevitable shitstorm that this will cause, and a ring of protection in case it goes wrong, which it will. What do you got, ma'am? Though I do get +7 on my trifle checks, so I would need a 15 or higher. Unless, I can't remember if that was 24 before, or if when attempting it, it would go down to 20, at which point I would need a 13 or higher. Let's try it. Nope, that's not even close. Now we've learned how it works. Brewing around the flasks next to the throne, you catch something above you. An eye. Side eye. Cleric. A sense of deep dread permeates your soul. I took 7 damage from nothing. You feel your soul almost leaving your body. Apple? Offer her a bite. Whatever it is you're playing at, cease. Ceasing, yes ma'am. She stares you down until you've taken a step back from her throne. You live, for now. Yeah, well, that went roughly as it should have. That's about right, yeah. I can't steal the ring. Whatever. Ma'am, we actually have important things to report. Really important things. About the tea shop? Well, her eyes focus in on you and the room seems to shrink. Go on, Cleric. Snell takes a deep breath next to you. He's expecting the worst. There was a dead elf. She lifts her head and gives you a cold expression. She is shocked by this news. Do you have an identity? Corpse was heavily damaged. Obviously. Yes, anything new to report? Perhaps something actually useful? Convince her that you're an idiot. So, this is to go in one direction or the other. Either we do what Darrow wants and, convince her that we're stupid, or go against what Darrow asked and tell her everything. And we would presumably lower the DC on the present the full story by going through all of this. And we would need to get as much as possible in order to finish presenting the story. Hold on, I could just play dumb? Well, yeah. Looking over the facts, you realize there's pretty much only 2 ways out of this. You can either tell her what she wants to hear, or you can convince her that you're incompetent. How could I possibly do that? Not sure. You'll have to take the risk to find out. It'd be a coin toss, if a coin toss actually had a lot more sides than 2. That's called a die. Right, well, gambling's fun, so let's try it. The risk here isn't that bad, actually. Worst thing that could happen is you make a fool out of yourself and fall into a panic. Not like it'd kill you. Begs to differ. What if I walk away? What do you mean? I can just ignore the quest and walk away. That way I won't piss off anyone. Yes, that is possible. You will lose out on assistance from the lady if you don't complete her task, and she will surely be cross with you. And you will not gain the favor of Magistrate Darrow either. I really want to complete the Goblin's quest, though. It is important to know that you are able to find the one or ones responsible for the tea shop's demise without completing this particular quest. But it could be slightly more difficult. It's up to you. Now I'm ride or die with my boy Snell, and my boy Snell works for you. Therefore, I guess I'm ride or die with you by association, Ms. Sageleaf. I will totally keep trying to steal that ring off you, though. Just so you know. Stay on your toes. A brooch survived the flames. A brooch? Show me now. Okay. The lady inspects the leaf in her tiny hands. Tacky, typically elven, and magical. Her eyes lift, landing on you, yet also ruined. Magic items are not supposed to break. If this brooch was indeed destroyed by this inferno, then the origin of that fire must have been magical. It's a possibility. Likely, even. She turns it over in her claw. The brooch itself is indicative of high-ranking elven power. This symbol is worn by members of the Mender's Court. A royal? If that makes it easier for your limited human sensibilities, yes. The Mender? Illim. The dragon growls at you. Her witlessness has spun this band into chaos more times than I... She catches herself and mutters through her clenched maw. If our shadow is responsible for that. Symbol? The foulest symbol in Asken. The Mending Tree. Worn? What? How do you wear it? It's a brooch, Cleric, she explains as if talking to a child. You put it on your clothing wherever you want. Can I have it back, please? The dragon tosses it to you with a frown. I do not wish a mark anywhere upon my lands. Well, good thing you don't own much. Yes, we explained the brooch, which increased the difficulty of telling her that I'm an idiot, but this is improving this. Because we're leaning in this direction. T-machine thingy was active at the time of the explosion. T-machine? He exhales. The T-machine. The T-machine, yes. It was in the process of brewing tea. We even found tea leaves inside. Interesting, considering the shop was closed at the time. That is quite the clue. Perhaps this elf was making tea. Perhaps the elf expected company. That would make sense. One more question. What kind of tea leaves were in the machine? Why is she interested in that? If it's not Earl Grey, I don't care. Snell gives you a glance. Show her the leaves. She takes one sniff of the dry leaves and frowns. Uckle. A Cargameshian plant. Her eyes hold fear. What is she not telling you? Next, what else? It's getting easier. I think even once we go through everything, we'll probably fail this check a couple times. A metal door was melted off its hinges. Melt? It was bent. Bent metal. I funded that shop. The door was Hardston, was it not? Dwarven made? It does not simply melt. I double-checked. It was Hardston. Her face scrunches up. To melt Hardston? That would require an incredible heat. Something like a 7th level fireball would do the trick. That is good information. Well done. Haha! Yeah, I did that one well. I'm smart. Oh, jeez. There were 9 explosions, by the way. Her eyes focus in like fiery spotlights placed upon your soul. Elaborate. Okay, it's a bit complicated. Oh, please do enlighten us, Cleric. Bring some wonderful human knowledge into our uncivilized halls. You hear chuckles from the garden's goblins. It was a necklace of fireballs with 9 beads on it. That's what started this whole thing. A necklace of fireballs? The chamber goes dead silent. She scoffs. This explosion could not have been produced by arcanist mimicry. Speaking of a divine error or even older artifact. A reasonable explanation, yet vexing. It simply raises more questions. Stay quiet. Stay stoic. Look cool. She frowns and scratches claws on her wooden throne. What else? DC 6. Oh, goodness. A copy of the Undercommon survived the flames. She hits the wooden throne, giving off a loud thud. I told the damn bird not to stock that magazine. She shows her sharp teeth. Might have been a leftover. Shut it. It was never there, Cleric. The Undercommon is banned throughout Tolstad, permanently. She lets out a frustrated growl. Those gnomes, I should have strung them up. They didn't even hire good writers. You hear Snell let out a slight groan. This is not the first time she is angered by this magazine. An indestructible magazine. Ridiculous. I can imagine a book, perhaps, but what do they think? Who reads a magazine more than once? Except those ignorami cum effusis cerebris. I don't know what that fucking means. She slams a fist on the throne. Arte esotericae elicite debent puneri tricentis verberibus in foro. I know this is presumably Latin. I don't know what any of these fucking words mean, though. Except maybe elicite. That one's pretty obvious. Esotericae, yeah. But that's all I've got. That, verbal, verbatim. Pfft. You can glean a lot, because obviously Latin is the fucking foundation of a lot of languages, but I can only make assumptions. The goblins around the chamber appear to nod and murmur in agreement while Snell is just staring at the ground. This is not the first time. Stay silent. He finds his voice. Indeed. However, the presence of the Undercommon is quite interesting. She appears to calm down. From our previous investigation into this travesty, we know the Undercommon is indeed immune to all types of fire. It's evidence. Yes, okay. She takes a deep breath. What else? That's it. What do you think? Effortless. Let's give this a try. You're fucking kidding me. How did I fuck that up? You open your mouth to speak and something comes out. But no matter how you try to spin it, the frown on Lady Sageleaf's face grows darker. The elf had business, and that business caused the explosion. Did it? She groans. Cleric, I don't see how you managed to get a complete picture here. Snell, make sure he does his job. She makes it sound like you're some idiot the goblin has to drag around. It's kind of true. Her words sting. He bows. Apologies, my lady, No excuses. Make it happen. He turns to you and hisses, don't fuck this up. It's okay. I failed once, therefore this is easier now. I can do it. Watch this, Snell. Don't worry, lad, I've got it. I honest to God thought I was going to get a 2. I really did think I was going to get a 2. I was prepared for the 2. I was ready to react. Yes. You go over the details, the broad strokes, putting the events into a clear chronological order. Lady Sageleaf listens patiently as you explain it all. The tea shop owner was not there, but the elf was, and the elf clearly had a reason to sit in the closed tea shop. The elf was in possession of a fully stocked necklace of fireballs. The goblin chieftain's lips curl into a slight smile. Do you think maybe she accidentally dropped it, and she was like, fuck, and ran, but was too slow? Because it was 9 fucking fireballs going off simultaneously, which then turns into a grim frown. Go on. She finds your explanation intellectually stimulating. Time to lay out the entire plot from the beginning. One thing that didn't make sense to me from the start was, why a tea shop? She shrugs. Why indeed? He glances between his queen and yourself. Must have been an attack, or maybe. I'm inclined to believe that the tea shop itself was not a target. No one was intending to blow up the tea shop itself. It could have been an accident. Actually makes a lot of sense, because who the fuck would use 9 fireballs on a tea shop? And you wouldn't need 9 fireballs to kill one person either. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. No one meant to blow up the tea shop. It was an accident. A deal gone wrong. She contemplates your words for a few seconds. A deal, you say? Would not surprise me. Drummer appears exactly the type to mediate nefarious business. I do not believe for a second this was a planned attack. There are too many important targets so close. Had it been a simple fireball spell? Perhaps. Snell, do you know how rare this artifact is? This necklace of fireballs? He nods. Exceedingly rare, my lady. Perhaps not a single bead. Those float around the crest from time to time. Still expensive, but remnants of the Coast War. Each bead, if detonated together, would result in the blast increasing in power. 1 level per bead, and it starts on 3rd level, as any normal fireball spell would. So what, level 12? Can a spell go up to 12th level? Is that a thing? I'm not a D&D nerd, so I don't know. And that means... Her smile widens. 11th level. Yes, because the original bead would be 3rd, and then you'd add 8 on, so 11. Unfortunately, not only am I not well informed of D&D stuff, I also can't do basic math. So, there's that. 11th level. She speaks the words like they're delicious. Oh boy. Simple math, the goblin says, looking concerned. Alright, Snell, don't rub it in. Isn't that against the rules of magic? She scoffs. There are no rules, not really. The arcanists push boundaries beyond mortality and reason. She scoffs loudly and with an air of annoyance. I'm just impressed the dwarven masonry still stands. I assume such power would tear reality itself asunder. But no, it's simply scorched a lot hotter. I should also mention there was a gold chain in the hands of the elf. A gold chain? As in, that must be the necklace then. It actually survived the blast? It turned to dust after it was removed from the corpse. Goblin chieftain clicks her tongue and leans back in her throne. Interesting. Once spent, the court chain must have retained some magic. Until trifled with, of course, and I'm very good at trifling. Lady glances to Snell, then back to you. Well done. You've convinced me of this perspective. For now, at least. The lady grows silent and begins twirling a ring on her finger. How is the cleric's health, Snell? 8 out of 21. Health, my lady? Do you believe he could require some magical assistance? The goblin mutters and gives you a good look. Yeah. She gave me the ring! I didn't need to steal it at all! She takes off the ring and tosses it to you. Wield it well, human. It will keep you up and running. She leans on her claw and glares at you. This joint venture is not yet finished. Snell, Cleric. That's Cleric to you. Oh wait, you got my name right. Yes, my lady. You need to find the responsible party and bring them to justice. That's what you do, is it not? Oh, yes, always. Good. The elf might be dead, but I'm certain whoever is responsible here is not. Speak with the relevant parties, find out everything about this elf. Locate the missing witnesses. This Frank, son of Frank, dressed in yellow, fake name or not, if he can be found, you must do it. And then there's the question of the poor fool drummer, of course. You have until the election, Cleric. Be quick about it, time is running thin. Where should I look for the tea shop owner? Who knows? He's probably already left the sea. If he's stupid enough to hide in some corner, carrying like the craven fool he is, then find him and make him talk. I'll make him talk. I will make his house so greasy, I'll cover grease the whole house. He won't be able to get a cup of tea without slipping over. He will fall prone every second of every day. And then, when he begs for mercy, I will be willing to let him talk. Snell, get a mop. There's gonna be a lot of grease. Do you know anything about this dead elf? She groans. There were words of a certain elf making friends within political circles here in Tolstad. I'm assuming this is the one. I would suggest speaking with those connected. The Asgals for their involvement with the tea shop, Viskin for the post-mortem, and of course the corpse itself. That you should be able to handle. Oh, I need to go do a thing first. Any more info on Frank? Not much. Some whispers about a man dressed in yellow rushing downwards. Perhaps he fled into the city below. The fellow's probably dead or dying in that case. Either way, find him. Okay, that's all for now. I'm here to report some things. Oh, I thought I could report that, Whatever. What are you really? Whatever do you mean, Cleric? You know what I mean. Her eyes light up. Leave us. The goblins surrounding her throne all pause and look at her. Oh, she's just gonna tell us? Leave us now. My lady, you too, Snell. The goblin looks confused at the both of you. Then he bows his head. Yes, my lady. Well then. What is it you see so well, Cleric? An inane observation, perhaps? You're a dragon. That's my nickname, yes, but I can see you mean something else. You're very easy to read, you see, unlike me. Which makes me all the more impressed. I got lucky. Something's just off about you. If you tell anyone, I'll kill you. If you act annoying, I'll kill you. She smirks. I hope you enjoy sharing this little secret with me. The dragon laughs to herself, cackling draconically. She finds it exhilarating to have someone that actually knows. How awesome. A dragon. You must serve her well. I guess we are, kinda. It's actually very interesting to speak with a real dragon. They're considered very rare these days. Why does she sit upon this throne? Why a goblin? Why indeed? I came to the city a long time ago, Cleric. My reasons are my own. What's your true name? You wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Try me. No? Why would I share such deep secrets? You've already found out enough. Okay, why did you come to Norvik? Isn't it obvious? Good kingdoms are hard to come by these days, especially loyal ones. She cackles a bit. Fakery. There is something she is hiding. She is hiding something behind a fake laugh. Okay, I have a +6 on this, please. Oh, didn't even need the +6. Just watching her, it becomes clear to you. Her many actions, her way of life, the years she spent here building a life among these goblins. If it was for power, that desire is long gone. She's here for nothing but... You love them, don't you? Huh? She pretends not to hear you. You love them all, each and every one. Her draconic eyes focus in on you. Out of every lie you tell and every facade you hold up, it's as clear as day that there is nothing you want more than to protect this herd of sheep you've picked up. She frowns more and more as you speak. They are truly your children, and you will do anything for them. Lady Miska Sageleaf smiles at you. You are correct, Cleric. What an eye you do have. Did not start as much, I swear. I wanted slaves. These goblins, ripped out of their homes to be re-educated by humans. They were perfect. Yet after years of working my way into their hearts and into this position of power I hold within your dear city, yeah, I grew fond of them. If you so much as ever hurt any of them, I will personally break this illusion of mine just to get the chance to flay you with my fangs. It's fine. I just wanted to understand. She cackles. To think the last daughter of Extraordinaire would end up in such a seat. Be spied upon by some filthy cleric with the eyes of a hawk. She smirks. Once you finish this mess, bring Snell to me. He has served well for many years. I want him to know as well. Oh! Cool. After a quick call out, the goblins flood back into the chamber. Good talk, cleric. Now shoot. Your companion approaches you after Sageleaf ushers you away. What the hell did you talk about? He shakes his head. Actually, don't tell me. She'd get mad if you did. You'll find out in time. In time. What? What the fuck? That's so incredibly ominous. Sorry? I mean, it's just... Look, just shut up. I don't want to know. Alright, time to go. I did it. I got that right. I discovered the greatest form of thievery of all, which is to do nice things for people until they just give you what you want. I'm such a good thief. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that there, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I kind of appreciate how much the tone shifted. Like, I didn't even have the music on, and I could tell that the tone shifted dramatically the moment you discover the corpse. Not because necessarily it was an elf, although that is a big factor in of itself, but purely because up to this point, the destruction of the tea shop was kind of treated by everyone as this stupid, annoying, and from some perspectives kind of funny occurrence where it's like, oh, the tea shop blew up. Fucking hell. Why'd they blow up a tea shop? How fucking silly that the tea shop of all places blew up. No one got hurt. It's just this silly thing that happened. You know, it could have been bad, but it isn't. It's indicative of things that could go bad, but for the most part, everyone's treating this event as if it's something stupid and dumb that happened. And then you discover a corpse, and you're both like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. No, actually, someone died from this. Like, it's actually a tragedy now. Like, it's a serious, genuine tragedy that has occurred. And it's interesting because you can not too abruptly, not too sharply, but shortly afterwards you go back to the same level of comedy in the game that ranges from the more dry humor to much more slapstick. And I don't know, it made me appreciate it a bit more to have that moment of clarity, I suppose. To like take all of the ridiculousness, put it to the side for a moment and be like, hey, by the way, someone died here. Like, there was an actual casualty of this crime or this incident, whatever you want to call it. It's a big deal. I appreciate that. And we learned more about Sageleaf, which is fun. I'm siding with the goblins. Snell's my boy, so I guess I won't be a cleric much longer, but that's why I'm already setting up my druid resume. We'll come find her, the bugbear lady, and we'll figure it out. But that'll be next time, friends, or the time after, or whenever. Thank you so much for watching, and special thanks to my members and patrons for supporting the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated, lads. It does allow me to find a lich's terrifying undead death knight and attempts to steal his axe to only then be overwhelmed by the myriad of cursed souls that reside within it. So thank you very much, lads, and thank you all so much for watching. Whatever happens next time, I hope I see you there. Doodles, goodbye.